Logos are falling out of fashion. Only 18 months ago, we were fawning over Gucci and Balenciaga's hacking project, but now everything with a loud logo is deemed tacky. From Sofia Richie's wardrobe to wedding, Gwyneth Paltrow's trial outfits to the costume choices of Succession, to even the very toned down outfits I saw at Coachella. Even Vogue said, if you pay attention to one trend this season, make it quiet luxury. So what in the world is quiet luxury? Why the old money aesthetic is kind of problematic, how the anti-trend aesthetic is not so different from fast fashion, and what you could do if following this trend means killing your wallet.
Welcome to a day in the life of a billionaire's wife.
You are entering your rich husband's funeral wondering who killed him.
What is quiet luxury? According to Elle magazine, quiet luxury is new age minimalism, with a larger focus on investment pieces and thoughtful shopping. It is defined by its easy elegance. Think Claudia Winkleman in a gray roll neck in The Traders or Gwyneth Paltrow's courtroom green overcoat from The Row. It takes the phrase, if you know you know, to an entirely different level. Think of cashmere sweaters, silk button-downs, or wool overcoats rendered in neutral tones and expensive materials. Opposite from bright colors, loud prints, and flesh-bearing styles.
Do you not like your drink?
It doesn't look like I like it.
Why'd you order it then?
Because it matches my outfit. Duh.
Shiv Roy from HBO Succession is the latest poster child for quiet luxury. Quote, her wardrobe gives money talks, wealth whispers. By foregoing any obvious logos or branding, but remaining classic and covetable through precise tailoring and distinguished silhouettes. Quiet luxury is actually nothing new, but there are several factors that led to its recent popularity. First, the last rise of quiet luxury was around 15 years ago, during the Great Recession, which coincides with the current economic outlook. Second, HBO's hit series, Succession, no, not The Idol, elevated the trend cycle where characters wear everything from $600 cashmere baseball caps to logo-free, subtle, and neutral fits.
No big logos or obvious displays of wealth. Things are understated with tailored cuts, high-quality fabrics, and timeless classics. Succession has taught me a few things about quiet luxury and stealth wealth. It's ludicrously capricious.
A stealth wealth style, giving expensive but tasteful. And third, the rise of popularity of Sofia Richie. Sofia Richie is undoubtedly the it girl of 2023. As the daughter of music legend Lionel Richie, even though she grew up in the entertainment socialite world of media attention, she never became the icon she did until her wedding to the music industry, Nepo baby Elliot Grange, with a gorgeous venue at
Hôtel du Cap Edenrock.
On the French Riviera, 3 beautiful custom Chanel dresses, Vogue to exclusively cover her dress fitting, as well as a hot list of celebrities and socialites as the guests.
This to me is like my little girl dream, this dress. I will be eating pizzas and fries in this dress. Pray for this dress.
But unlike many other major social media influencers, with skin-flashing crop tops and joggers and huge logos, Sofia Richie stood out by looking more modest, more minimal. But this minimalism was not cheap.
How did you afford it?
I got it from my daddy.
The old money aesthetic explained. Google has seen a 180% increase in searches for Sofia Richie wedding makeup over the weeks close to Sofia's wedding as fans flock to try and emulate her looks. Videos mentioning Sofia exceeded 1.2 billion views on TikTok. The old money aesthetic is nothing new. It's been trending on TikTok for some time. Sofia is simply the trend's newest muse. Old money is defined by the Oxford Dictionary as money that is inherited, not earned. Think people from old money families living on estates and spending holidays in the Alps or some private Caribbean island, and differing from new money that screams loud logos and recognizable wealth in the form of fashion. It's about a lifestyle of quality, simplicity, and traditions over trendy fast fashion statements. The old money aesthetic aligns with quiet luxury, headed toward quality and style rather than brands. But of course, that comes at a hefty price too. I don't think there's anything wrong with romanticizing this aesthetic. For as humans, don't we all desire and appreciate finer things with good quality and style? such as smelling like the goddesses we are. Which is why I'm so excited to partner up with our sponsor, Scentbird, again. A scent, just like personal style, is one of the key elements people remember you by. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that allows you to try one or more new designer fragrances each month for just $17. This month, I got Gucci Guilty, Parfum de Marly, Balea, Glasshouse's Forever Florence, trying out something different from my usual light floral scents. Oh, this is so charming. It gives off mysterious women. There are over 600 designer brands to choose from, and it does not break the bank. Better yet, if you use my code ZOE, you'll get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. That's only $8. So make sure to click the link below or scan the QR code to visit Scentbird's website. Back to fashion. Isn't it better for humanity if we choose fewer but finer things rather than being swept away by fast fashion trends? But here are the reasons why the old money aesthetic can be problematic.
Okay, how do we dress like old millionaires? Obviously, none of us are literally going to be old money unless we were born into it, but we can still dress like them.
Brunello Cucinelli. The most expensive item on their website is this silk satin skirt. Can you guess how much it is? If you guessed $10,995, you'd be correct. Or you could hop over to Hermes, where you can get a set of 4 socks for only $290.
Expensive obsession. First, a problem arises when a liking for this aesthetic becomes a rising obsession. If you pay attention to the words quiet, luxury, notice how it's quiet luxury, not quiet necessity. Just because it's quiet does not cover up the fact that the whole aesthetic is founded on money. Both Sophia Ritchie and Elliot Grange are first generation old money. Sophia's father, Lionel, is worth an estimated $200 million, while Elliot's father, Lucien Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group, is worth an estimated $50 million. While Sophia may be more new money than other old money, she can afford to embrace this aesthetic because she has access to the luxuries that the average person does not. Time and serious money. For a young generation of girls rising to college or freshly out of university and starting the hustles of our 9-to-5s while slaving away so hard to make money just so we can look like a certain aesthetic.
Have some compassion! Because it really affects people in ways that you could have never imagined!
I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was here last week.
Trying so hard to catch up with those actually born into money, who can afford all the things necessary to embody the aesthetic, becomes an endless comparison game. An anti-trend trend. The boom of the old money trend ultimately reminds me of the that girl trend, where the aesthetic has been popping all over the internet. Especially when focusing solely on the aesthetic. A lot of times, we're not even focused on the core of the lifestyle, but just how do you appear as if we're living it. For the that girl aesthetic example, it's like buying all the green smoothies, Pilates class pass, instead of going to bed early and actually taking care of yourself. For the old money aesthetic, it could be using whatever money you have or your parents have to build up the illusion that you were born into money, when that money could have been used for many other things like food and education. It could be buying all the styles of clothing that look kind of old money but are actually made by fast fashion brands, then discarding them when comes the next season. Flashy clothes are trending again.
Now I listen and laugh. Because it didn't work out.
The irony is when old money, a lifestyle against trends, is now a trend. And for those who feel left out of the trend because of the cost barrier, brands are quick to catch up on filling that gap. Hence, in essence,
Zara stuff right now is giving Sophia Ritchie European summer. Oh my god, this is gonna be good.
The old money aesthetic is just like the other fast fashion trends. Quiet luxury isn't necessarily less consumption. On the reverse side, authentic quiet luxury isn't necessarily the end-all solution to fast fashion either. Just because something is higher quality and more expensive does not mean the purchaser will consume less. Despite the minimalist and low-key aesthetic of quiet luxury, to the ones who can actually afford it, the price tag is not a barrier to purchase. Like, why do people collect designers? Yes, some do appreciate in value, but for those who actually bought for the style, it's no one else's business if they buy 10 or 100 of the same luxury.
Ayo, collector check.
This, of course, is just a possibility of exceptions to the expectations. At the end of the day, I do like the aspect of quiet luxury where the philosophy is to go for that one timeless quality shirt over 10 trending tops. But is the old money aesthetic or quiet luxury the ultimate solution to the insatiable hunger for consumption and alarming microtrend cycles? I don't think so. It isn't all about money. At the end of the day, it isn't all about money. One can shop consciously with or without buying luxury. One can care about quality with or without a hefty price tag. One can look stylish and classy with or without a quiet designer item. But the truth we need to admit is we live in a money-obsessed world. A lot of times, we buy things just to buy things. We buy things because of the logos. We buy things because the style is trending on TikTok. We buy things because they whisper wealth. They show the world who we want to be, superior in taste and conscience. Don't feel bad if you've done any of the above, because I certainly have. But at the end of the day, we need to remind ourselves that the buying power is still within our hands, and that you don't ultimately need to spend $600 on a hat, but just on one that feels good enough quality to you. I'm seeing more and more in pop culture the obsession with a certain aesthetic that is almost always built on a spending pattern. That girl isn't that girl without her beautiful Air One groceries, Pilates workout set, or $20 smoothies. Old money aesthetic girlies aren't very old money if they don't wear their cashmere vests, Rolex watches, leather loafers while spending an idle afternoon at the country club. These aesthetics almost purposely make the price tag a barrier to entry, hence separating whoever fits in from everyone else. In other words, cute but not accessible. So I think the lesson is, although the old money aesthetic carries out the good intention of shopping more consciously, and fast fashion carries out the good intention of being more accessible and affordable, both carry their flaws, as one can be non-inclusive and the other one can be wasteful. The goal is to find an in-between, where my take is, regardless if it's expensive or cheap, buy what you actually like. It could be the quality or the style you like, I don't care. But the intention of the purchase is to wear and use in the long run.
All this conversation about old money, new money, blue money, green money, worry about your money. Worry about your own.
Because regardless if it's the that girl aesthetic, quiet luxury, or old money aesthetic, trends come and go, but confidence is always in style. Hope you liked today's discussion. If you're new here, I do a lot of commentaries and personal growth videos, so be sure to check them out, and I will see you next week.